Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to the Ministry of Education and Partners COVID-19 Teaching by Radio program. The Ministry of Education and Partners COVID-19 Teaching by Radio program is a 30-minute radio intervention support program that is meant to provide continuous instruction to keep you academically engaged during this stay-at-home period, as well as preparing you, our 6th, 9th, and 12th graders for the pending Liberia Primary School Certificate Exam, Liberia Junior High School Certificate Exam, and West Africa Senior Secondary Certificate Exam when the time comes. Also, in addition to this academic support, the program is meant to provide psychosocial support for learners, teachers, and parents, and also tips on how you as parents and teachers can provide support to your students and children at home. Now, let's join our teacher for today's lesson.
Hello, parents, guardians, learners, and listeners. My name is Heanneah Farwenee, along with
Maive and Bombo.
And together we'll be teaching you for today. Lesson 5. Welcome. Our theme for this month is My Neighborhood. And the sub-theme for this week is Markets and Playgrounds. Please take your pencil, pen, and copybook and get ready for today's lesson. Parents and guardians, please listen and guide your children ages 3 to 5 years of the preschool environment through this lesson. Again, welcome and let's learn. At the end of this lesson, parents or guardians will help their child or children to learn the importance of markets and playgrounds that we need to live, develop children's cognitive skills by classifying market schools, develop communication and social skills. Materials needed for this lesson are pictures or photos of local market and playground, large sheets of paper and crayons, selection of empty things, packets, milk bottles, and cold drink bottles, real or artificial fruits and vegetables. Now, let's take a break, and when we return, Miss Maive and Bombo will take us through our lesson for today.
Coronavirus is spread via droplets. When the person cough or sneeze, the droplets land on surfaces and are picked up on the hands of others and spread further. People catch the virus when they touch their infected hands to their mouth, nose, or eyes. It follows that the single most important thing you can do to protect yourself is keep your hands clean by washing them frequently with soap and water or hand sanitizer.
Parents and guardians, welcome back. Let's begin our lesson for today. We will now sing our welcome song. Please sing along as the song plays. Welcome back again, parents. In our last lesson, we learned the names of different kinds of food and their description. We also learned the shapes of some foods. We learned how to count and add objects together. Our topic for today is entitled Markets and Playgrounds. Parents and guidance, have the child or children guess what they might see in the market, building, or hall. Ask the child or children, what do you think you might see in the market? Pause and allow the child or children to say what they think they might see. Encourage them to name as many as possible. Say to the child or the children, very good. Parents and guardians, display the artificial or real foods you have in your homes, along with clothes, as well as the empty things, cans, packets, milk bottles, and cold drink, like a store or a market. Let the child or children know that these are some of the things we find in the market. Parents and guardians, talk to your child or children about the different kinds of clothing found in the market, building, or hall. How do they look? What are the colors of clothes they might have seen? Encourage your child or children to talk more about the different kinds of clothing and the colors they might have seen and usage. Parents and guardians, have the child or children talk about playgrounds. Say to the child or children, what are some of the things we can find on the playground? Pause and allow the child or children to respond. Say to the child or children, can you name some other things on the playground and what are they used for? Pause and allow the child or children to answer. Ask the child or children, what activity would you like to do best on the playground? Pause and allow the child or children to answer. Say to the child, very good. Parents and guardians, say to your child or children, outdoor play is very important for young children. We share, take turns, learn self-control, solve problems, express our feelings, and foster team spirit. We can also read a book on a playground. Parents and guardians, talk to your child or children about playgrounds within their communities, including the markets and their school. Then ask, would you like to be on a playground? Allow the child or children to answer yes or no. If yes or no, ask the child or children what do you like about the playground and what you don't like about the playground. Whatever reason the child or children give, say to the child, that's very good. Now, parents, I'm going to give you a few questions to make sure whether you are listening. Parents and guardians, hold up the different pictures or photos of markets and playgrounds. Make sure that the child or children know what the names are. That is the names of the market. They should be able to say a market, and they should be able to say a playground, looking at the pictures or whatever you have in your hand. Point to each picture or photo and say, which picture is this? Pause and allow the child or children to answer. Ask the child or children, where can we find a playground? Also ask the child or children, where can we find a market? Pause and allow the child or children to answer. If the child is correct, then say, good job. If the child or children say something else, say to the child or children the correct location of the market or the playground. Emphasize that the market or the playground is within the community. Ask the child or children, who do we find in the market? Pause and allow the child or children to answer. If the child is correct, say good job. Give yourself a big hand clap. If the child says something else or was unable to answer, say to the child, we have sellers and buyers in the market. Sellers are people that go to sell goods or services. Examples are market women, meat sellers, coal-pot sellers, and t-shirt sellers, etc. Sellers that provide services in the market as shoe shine boys, knife sharpeners, hair braiders, etc. On the other hand, buyers are people that go to buy those goods or services. Ask the child or children to name some activities we can do on the playground. Pause and allow the child to answer. If the child is correct, say good job. Give yourself a big hand clap. If the child says something else or was unable to name several activities, say to the child or children by adding painting, sand and water, track and field, jumping rope, climbing monkey bars, bike riding, hopscotch, spoon and egg race, sack race, lapa, etc. Parents and guardians say to the child, I'm going to read a story. I want you to listen carefully. The story is entitled Markets and Playgrounds. There were two friends called Market and Playground. One day, Market said to Playground, I am more important than you. Then Playground said, No, how can that be? I am more important than you. Then Market said to Playground, What makes you important? Then Playground said, I'm important because I help your big and small muscles to develop when you play, jump rope, or climb bars or by making them strong. I also help you solve problems, give you self-control, and express your feelings by playing with your friends and taking turns. Playground said, Now, Market, what makes you important? Market said, Oh, Playground, you are a joker. How do you survive without food? I provide foods that make you strong and healthy and help you grow. I also gave you clothes to cover your body. Market added, Now, look, Playground, I provide all of these and even what you provide. I also help your muscles to grow when you walk around looking for things to buy. I help your brain to develop when you have to make choices about what to buy while you are in the market. So Playground said to Market, let's go ask parents. Now you have to call the child's name. For example, let's go ask Gabriel, who is more important? Again, let's go ask Gabriel, who is more important? Parents, guardians say to the child or children, now, who do you think is more important? Parents and guardians have a discussion with your child or children. So after the child and children answer, say to your child or children, both markets and playground are important. They both help us to grow and develop well by providing food for us to eat and by building our muscles. This brings us to the end of today's lesson. But before we leave, let us review what we have learned today. Today, we learned about markets and playgrounds. We learned about things that can be found in the market and activities we can do on the playground which help us to build our big and small muscles. We also learned that both markets and playgrounds are important. Thank you so much for participating in today's lesson. See you again next time for our next lesson. Please remember to always wash your hands with clean water and soap as frequent as possible, at least every 20 minutes. Wash your hands for at least 20 seconds when you are washing your hands. Cover your mouth with tissue or paper towel when you sneeze or cough and throw it away in the trash can and wash your hands. If you do not have a tissue, then sneeze or cough in your elbow and not in your hands. Always wash your hands before you touch any part of your face. Please follow these measures to stay safe. Coronavirus is real.
Now, parents and guardians, this brings us to the end of today's lesson. Our next lesson will be lesson 6 with the theme My Neighborhood with the topic Community Helpers. If you have any question or comment on today's lesson, please text the following numbers: 0776 851085, 0886 489241. Goodbye.